Do you think the other sports kind of owe touch a little bit of like thank you for development?
There's a lot of people that have transferred from touch.
I've always credited touch for those skills. It needs a bit more love.
The People's Game ki Māori Plus me whakaata Māori.
E ngā iwi, e ngā mana, e ngā reo, nau mai, haere mai ki tēnei pāpā tōhanga whakaata Māori. Ka mihi ki ngā maunga, ngā wai me ngā ahika o tēnei rohe, tēnā koutou katoa. Ki ngā kai whakahaere me ngā kai whakataitai, he mihi mahana hoki ki a koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Kia ora nā tālo whalava, mālo lelei. Lisa Bulavinaka, whakalofalahi atu, mōreka, and a warm Pacific greetings to you all from wherever you're watching from around, not only the Motu here in Aotearoa, but from around the world as well. You are watching the Pacific Cup for 2025, hosted here at the beautiful Mountfort Park in Manurewa, the heart of South Auckland. My name is Tivoli Guthrie, and we are it's a pleasure to have you viewing our product here today. We've got a beautiful day here. The weather's really turned it on here in South Auckland. The sun's shining, a couple of clouds in the sky, but that shouldn't really dampen anything too much. We've got a great game coming up between Tonga and Waqavuka from Fiji in the Men's Open, and it is set to be a firecracker to start the day. Waqavuka, a team from Fiji that have come over for the last couple of years now to Pacific Cup, and we really welcome their input. They definitely bring a whole heap of hype and a heap of energy, and I'm sure you'll see that out on the field today. And Tonga, half the team is made up from the Tonga team that went to the 2024 Touch World Cup over in Nottingham in the UK. And so they're going to come with a whole heap of experience and a whole heap of big game players. So it should be a good one here to get us started. Just before we get into the game, just a big mihi to our sponsors. So we've got Bunnings Warehouse, we've got Witty Licensing Trust and Trillion Trust, as well as KBS and Māori Plus. Whakaata Māori for broadcasting our games to you and our coverage all weekend, as we come to you live and direct from Mountfort Park in Manurewa. The hooter is usually our indication that that play should get underway. And at the moment we've got our Waqavuka team, you can see there in the sort of blue, navy blue and white strip. And we're just waiting on the arrival of the Tongan Open men, so I can see jogging over now. So a little bit of a delayed start for these games on day one. So this is a two-day tournament running both today and tomorrow. For the first day of games, we'll be running sort of with 10 to 12 minute halves, as we've got plenty of our tamariki all around the ground. It is a sea of colour here at Mountfort Park. Beautiful, vibrant people out here, and I'm sure it'll be an amazing spectacle. If you are watching on TV and you're around the Auckland area, I would highly recommend coming down to Manurewa, as our teams are now ready and we're about to get play underway. So it'll be Waqavuka starting with the ball, going from left to right on your screen. Tonga in the red and white strip, going from right to left. Just ambling up to the 7-metre line, looking to run a sweep and punching that short side. Great connection in defence there though from Tonga. Fifth and final coming up now. And will they look to have a little play around with it, or will they die with the ball? They've killed the ball down in the right-hand corner. So it's a great start there from Tonga Open Men's in terms of their defence, managing to snuff out the Waqavuka attack. Now they'll look to yard off their line. So as I mentioned, there are a couple of players from the Tongan Open Men's that were on the plane at the World Cup last year, so they'll bring couple of games of experience, big games of experience. You're looking at the likes of Ezra Morgan-Tafia, Lazarus Ngata in there, Louis Shamko, who's an experienced campaigner. The scoop comes out of half, looking for the long ball. They've hit the link. There's numbers here on the right-hand side. And for the first try of the day, Tonga managed to cross over. And it is Louis Puru going out on the right-hand side. And there was a beautiful link ball there. Cut-out pass from John Paul Fifita, managing to find Louis Puru. Dummy over the top, and he manages to dot one down for Tonga. So 1-0 in the early exchanges. Tonga managing to strike with their first possession down in enemy territory. Now David Tulivo in the middle of the field will look to get things underway for Waqavuka. And they've got such a beautiful style of play, do the Fijians. Just absolute naturals of ball in hand. They've got numbers here. One more pass definitely would have done it. But a great defensive effort there. Now a couple of touches up their sleeve. Looking to run a 3-3 peel. The long ball goes over the top, and that's great defense out wide there. Ty Lindsay managing to get across and making that one. So Tonga, they've managed to snuff out the first couple of attacks there from Waqavuka. Yarding up the field, trying to get away with a sneaky one there. But our referees dressed in the beautiful purple today. You'll see them floating around. There's 3 of them in operation for today. There's Tonga looking to use the football now. Just going out to the left-hand side. No touch made, managing to extend the play. A good strong touch there from Waqavuka. Oh, the intercept was on. It was on for Waqavuka. Unfortunately, Tambua just putting the ball down. If he had managed to catch that clean, I think it was good night, Irene. And Waqavuka could have found themselves all level at one apiece, but as it turns out, Tonga now, the repeat set on the line, just looking to draw out defenders from Waqavuka. It's a great strong touch at the ruck. And they're looking solid for now. Going back to the open side, looking to hit the link. And there it is, ball down. That's another relatively easy try there for Tonga. Both instances for both of their tries. Just throwing that link pass across the face of the middle, hitting the link, running a slight outline. And Tonga managing to cross over for another one. I think there might have been Carlin Brown crossing over there for the Tongan team. And now they take an early 2-0 lead. Well, I'll tell you what, geez, you talk about a 2-try swing. Waqavuka, it would have been for all money. It would have been down with that drop, with that intercept that they dropped. But now facing a 2-try deficit. Border ground there is the call from our adjudicator. And they turn the ball over for Tonga. Just heading to their box now, crossing over halfway. We'll look to set up a scoop off the back end as we head into the final touch. Just looking to toy with them. Referee says that they were onside. A bit of a touch on the head from Waqavuka, just a little bit of a whewhihake there. And now Waqavuka now looking to yard towards their box and look to get some fresh legs on the field. Excellent proponents of that sort of freestyle football, especially when they get some running in them. And as they look to come out of half, they'll stack the numbers on the left. Beautiful ball. And what a try there from Waqavuka to get one back. It was a beautiful play. The scoop came out of half. And the back door came around, and so they just loaded the numbers out on the left. It ended up being a 5-on-3 overlap. And Waqavuka managed to get their first try of the tournament. Awesome to see. And they picked the deficit back by 1. So 2-1 now, Tonga, as we approach the shadows of half-time. Just over 4 minutes left in this half. Tonga looking to run a sweep. He's got some pace there. I think that's ball down. That's slick work there from Tonga. Beautiful work there on the sweep. I think that's Lazarus Ngata there. Just came around, Nice tight line, squared him up, step to the outside, and then that nice low dive. Beautiful play there from Tonga, and they extend that lead back out to 2. So 3-1 the current score. And Waqavuka, they'll want to try and get one back here. So they managed to get down to the 7 with relative ease. Within a couple of touches. Now just looking to direct traffic as we've got a sweep coming around. Just getting their wires crossed a little bit. Burton takes the touch. Gets around the late switch. Just looking to play with the ball. Ball goes to ground though. And Tonga, I'll tell you what, they've got some great connection in their defense, and I think they'll be happy with this first half defensive effort. Now Tonga just looking to yard out, crossing over the halfway line. And again, they look dangerous on the back ends of their sets with a couple of scoops hitting that link, and they've done so once more, but that's a great shutdown there from Waqavuka. There was Tasere there out on the wing. Had to get a hand in there because it was a 2-on-1 situation. But Tonga finding massive purchase with their link ball. And we'll see what they can come up with now. So we've got Broadhurst in the middle of the field. He's managed to draw up multiple defenders. Early ball, and it's a link hole once again. Carlin Brown crosses over for a second. And that was great patient build up there from Tonga. Preston Broadhurst in the middle of the field, just directing traffic, managing to attract multiple defenders up to the touch. And then the space was out there on the left, just catching the Waqavuka link out of position. The early ball did it, and now Tonga with their biggest lead of the match, 4-1, and Waqavuka just putting the ball down there and now giving the ball away to Tonga, and they've looked full of running. Not really exerting too much effort in terms of their yardage forward in this set, just playing around with the Waqavuka defense. Looking to work their way to a middle play. The scoop comes out of half, the link ball, that's better defense there from Waqavuka. Great shutdown, and that'll be 6th touch. They've obviously identified that link channel is one that they need to shut down, and shut down pretty quickly. And they've come up with a great play there defensively, so now they'll look to get a strike on the back end of this set. They've got a couple more touches. There's Tulivo in the middle of the field, just looking to draw out defenders there. Gets the return ball, steps off the left foot, manages to make a defender slip, and then pass around the corner. Waqavuka, they get their second. And it wasn't too bad defense there from Tonga, but just a brilliant piece of individual skill there from Jeremiah Tupananitu. Passing around the corner, brilliant play. And they get their second of the morning. And what a time to strike too. Just before halftime, they want to keep Tonga out in this last sort of 15 to 20 seconds, approaching halftime. 2-try deficit is a lot better looking for them heading into the half as opposed to a 3, so they'll really want to be on their toes here defensively. There's Brown, again just looking to attract defenders, looking to bounce out the link. There's the hooter in the background, we'll see what they can come up with. Tonga on the final play, great touch there from Tasere there in the middle. And there it is, our first half just like that. It's gone as quick as a flash, done and dusted. Tonga, they'll take a 2-try lead going into the halftime break over Waqavuka. It is 4-2. Join us back after the break.
Spring's a great time to get on that next project. So it's time to get out there with the water blaster, everything, clean the deck, wash the house down, you get all them spider webs, the grime, the mold, get rid of all that. Bring on some DIY for less.
Get your outdoors looking great with 30 seconds outdoor cleaner, $24.90. Or wash away the dirt with an Azito high-pressure water blaster, $149. And tidy up with Saxon packet-free 150-litre garden bags, just $7.98.
There's heaps to get done around the home in spring, so we can help you get it done.
Bunnings Warehouse.
Lowest prices are just the beginning.
Do you think the other sports kind of owe touch a little bit of like thank you for development?
There's a lot of people that have transferred from touch.
I've always credited touch for those skills. It needs a bit more love.
The People's Game ki Māori Plus me whakaata Māori.
Welcome back here to Mountfort Park in Manurewa, where we've got a tantalising game between Tonga and Waqavuka. Tonga taking a 2-try lead going into the halftime break over our neighbours from Fiji. Just managing to find a lot of success out in that link channel. Tonga for their 4 tries. Waqavuka in reply have come up with a couple of pieces of just pure skill that you've probably come to expect from watching any Fijian team in an oval ball code. And just looking at their sort of body language in the halftime huddle, a lot of words being said by coach Trevor Cleary. Trevor Cleary, a very, very experienced campaigner for the Fijian national team, does a lot of work with a touch back in Fiji. So it's great to see him here taking this Waqavuka team here at the Pacific Cup. And I'm sure he'll be back on deck for the Fijian Cup, which is coming this weekend in Singatoka, Fiji. And Preston Broadhurst with a brilliant dive there, just throwing out and bouncing out the link. Broadhurst got the ball out in front. There it was, catching the Waqavuka defender, and then a brilliant slide dive there. Yeah, if there was a textbook dive that you'd want to show kids on how to do it, that was it. Preston Broadhurst just sliding that ball along the ground. And Tonga get their 5th of the match. 5-2 now is the current scoreline as Waqavuka approach the 7. Let's run a 32 peel. Zumbana Nitu in the middle gets the return ball. The link hole was open there momentarily. He's dived over. Yeah, and it was 2. Ball down, and Jeremiah Zumbana Nitu has gone over for Waqavuka. It was just a quickie play. He squared up the defender. And then I'll tell you what, he said, anything that Broadhurst can do at one end, I can do it as well at the other. And a brilliant dive there to score. And Waqavuka, they're still within touching distances. It's only 5-3. Now Tonga in reply with a sweep. They've got numbers here on the left. Quick hands. And an excellent reply there from Tonga. And they've crossed over out in the left-hand corner. Brilliant sweep play. They had the numbers, and then they just fed the hands. It was a great shot from the winger. But excellent hands there, and Tonga go over for their 6th of the match. And now Waqavuka, plenty of tries here. We are only running with sort of 10-minute halves, but to have 9 tries within that time frame, excellent display of attack from both teams. Now Katsuni Tambua just looking to toy with this Tongan defense, trying to get players forward. The sweep comes around, although it is a little bit late. Yeah, touch and pass. It was a late pass there. The right idea, they did have the numbers on the left. And execution just not quite there. And I'll tell you what, speaking of execution not quite being there, Tonga have just thrown a pass to no man's land. Ball goes to ground, and now Waqavuka with an absolute gift to get a repeat set on the line. See what they can come up with. Zumbana Nitu, he was the one that scored their last try. We'll see if he can do something similar on this one. This time he gets the crossover quickie. Well manned up there from Tonga though. Stepping up from a length defensively was Lui Puru. Yeah, I did think it was a step too quick. And our referee says, yeah, in fact, he was offside, so they'll get another set here. That's the first penalty that Tonga's given away on the 7 here. A couple more, and as we know, they'll have someone sent to the side until the end of the set. Change of possession. Mananitu gets the quickie, looking to use his footwork, and the pass wayward, and it's come off a Tongan hand in the end. So Waqavuka, they'll get another repeat set. So they've got a couple here. We'll see what they can come up with. Taseria looking to use his footwork. Tries to look underneath. A little bit ambitious, that one, I think. But just testing the Tongan defense, keeping them honest. They were very tight there, Tonga. Not moving forward with any real urgency. Working with Taseria in the middle. Look to run a peel play. We've got numbers out on the left, the long ball. Great interception there though from Fifita. And the touch is made. So Waqavuka, a couple of repeat sets on the line, but nothing really coming to fruition for them. And now Tonga in reply. They'll come out of the box full of running here. Here's Mata. Come back around to the link position. They've got a couple of touches left. So they've got Davison, the player coach of this team, coming out of half, gives the quickie. Were they onside? Yes, referee says that they were. Davison working with Talau Brown in the middle, comes off the right foot. Davison, they've got numbers momentarily out on the left, but it was well recovered from Waqavuka. Taseria making the touch. Tonga, nothing really coming to fruition for them there. But they do still hold that 3-try lead. As the ball comes to Tulivo out on the left-hand side for Waqavuka. Now heading into the attacking territory here. We've got one more left. Katuni Tambua comes out of half, scoops to the left-hand side. He's gone through. He just needs to find a friend. He does that. And Ernie Madden crosses out on the left for Waqavuka. And it was building and it was building for them. And they've managed to strike. They sent the sweeper out to the right. They scooped short side and managed to find an extra player in the end goal. And Waqavuka pegs the deficit back to 2. And I'll tell you what, they've been sort of there or thereabouts. See if they can pick back the 2 tries that they need to even this game up. Because with 4 minutes left, time is quickly running out for them to do so. So for those watching at home, this is an exhibition match for Waqavuka and Tonga. Double palm hits short. Preston Broadhurst will cross over for his second. But that was brilliant lead-up play there from Quinn Marcilla. Just got the ball on a quickie play, hitting back infield, double pump. Broadhurst running that chop line. And he scores for Tonga. But this is, as I was mentioning, it is an exhibition game for Waqavuka. So the result of this one won't count towards their overall standing in the competition. Their main day of games will come tomorrow, as they have the ball coming up to the 7-metre line. Now Burton throwing the long ball. Tambuna Nitu, he's been the one to create the opportunities for them, hasn't he? And now they've still got one more touch up their sleeve. Probably not quite aware of the count there. And so they'll die with the ball. Tonga to yards out. No real sense of urgency here, as they with a 3-try lead there. To be fair, they don't really need to. Happy to sort of just roll up the field. As they approach the 7, stepping off the right foot, hitting the link once more. And that's great connection and defense there from Waqavuka. They've actually got one more up their sleeve. Manages to go through, and numbers out on the right-hand side. Fifita, he's had some excellent work defensively for Tonga. And he'll cross over for another one for the red and white team. And that was just speed out of half there, wasn't it? I think that was Davison. They're managing to find Fifita in the end goal. Ngawati going through there for Tonga. Now Waqavuka in reply. All going to ground, so the Sting well and truly taken out of this Waqavuka attack in their first match of the day. With just under 2 minutes left in the match, Tonga leading by 4, although it hasn't been without a fight from Waqavuka. There's Ngata. Now it's Lau Brown and Puru driving in. Lau Brown looking to run the passive out the back. Have they got the numbers here? They do indeed. Tonga will cross over for another one. And that was clinical from the Tongan team. Very clever play. Going back to where they found success in that first half, although this time running a passive. And then the 2-on-1 draw and pass. And Tonga with their largest lead of the match. Now lead 9 tries to 4. Waqavuka. We'll see if they can come up with a consolation effort in what would probably be their last set of the match with ball in hand. Just looking to organise their attack here, get players in the right positions. Looking to run a splitter play. Just timing not quite there though. Tulivo takes the touch. Now with one more in hand, this is where they're dangerous on final touch. They can definitely play around with it. Although Tonga has come away with an intercept. Now they'll yard out from their own try line with about 10 seconds left. The hooter will go any moment. And then a great display from both teams. Tonga will take the win in this one. 9 tries to 4, but a great display from both nations, both teams. Waqavuka definitely put up a fight. They came up with a couple of pieces of brilliance that was exciting to watch. But Tonga, in the end, a little bit too clinical, and they come away with the spoils. 9 tries to 4 in the opening game of the day. Thank you very much for joining us for our coverage, our live coverage here from Mountfort Park for the Pacific Cup. Join us in sort of about half an hour's time for the next game between Samoa and Tonga in the under-16 boys. Join us then. We'll see you then.